Right, is Ronald in yet? Right, I'll just tell Paddy that. Right, I just tell Paddy that. Right, I just send him a message on here. Hiya, big nuts. Hiya, Mark, Rachel, Artia, Maria, Marie, Gillies, Dancing Queen, Jake, Fraser. Let me have a look. Have I missed anyone? Farnworth, Gillies, Darkside, Jamie Murray, Westy, 2 seconds. Edward, Old Timer, Peas and Gravy. Have a look. Get you. Right. I'll see it. When I start doing something else, I end up like getting lost. Right, so Paddy. Right, hold on. Paddy. Right, live. Oh no, wrong one. Wrong number. 2 seconds. I can't find. Daniel, I've gone on Paddy's wrong one. Paddy, 2 seconds. Paddy. Latest. No. Paddy, newest. Live. So I've got Artistic Man, are you okay? And hope you're having a great time. Ronald, there you are. I've just been waiting for you to come in because I've got right, Ronald. Right, there you are. There we go. Yeah, so if I put this invite in again, copy. There we go. Paste. Right. I'm getting. I should put my glasses on, maybe. That might help. Hey, Lucky. Hey, Cartman. Are you Abby? Are you Peter? Are you Zorro? Are you Zorro? Are you okay? I'm sure Zorro had a Zorro's thing on. Right, hold on. Oh, right, hold on. Julie's, I'm trying to do stuff and then I'm knocking people off. Right, hold on. Standard. Right, Paddy. Where are you? Yeah, Lucky, all good. Are you? More? Are you? And Paddy's mods will only time people out that I'm not being awful, but deserve to be timed out. So I trust them with what they do. So, are you man of truth? Hope you well. Right, where's Paddy? All good, thanks, Sorrow. 2 seconds. Where is Paddy? Maybe he's asleep. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I'm glad you got rid of that one because he's been a bit. I've seen him on a few different ones. Are you alright? Have I just woke you up? Hey, Emma. Because I usually ring you on the other one because it's easier for the reception in here. Right, right, right. Oh, right. So yeah, 'cause I was just looking in this phone. Yeah. No, your phone. Yeah, see. Yeah. I'll put it in there, Paddy. We'll be on in a sec. Hey, Big Butts. Are you okay? Maria? Yeah, I heard that. Myself, Dark Side. What I've done is I've rang you off my one that doesn't work in here. Do you know what I mean?
Right, not a problem. I've still got that number, but it's an old
Right.
phone, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. I was looking there and I was like, there was about 3 different ones and I thought, so I just guessed.
Anyway, use my new number.
New
Because I'll
number.
be getting
Right.
rid of that one soon as I know. Just in case anyone rings us on my old number, you know what I mean?
Right,
That's the only reason I keep it.
yeah. So I've phoned you on that
And it's
phone.
on a
That's not
phone.
good.
It's on a phone, just on an old Nokia, look.
Yeah.
I didn't have any credit on it. It's just in case, you know what I mean? I didn't even put any credit on it.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Are you having a little drink tonight, Pat?
Couple of bottles of cider.
Oh, yeah. You do right. I'm having a little
For a change.
You do right. So the lad that was supposed to be giving me a call from prison is definitely ringing me tomorrow. So if you're live tomorrow, I'll nip on with the story or vice versa because I'm getting a full rundown of the story.
What's this like? You're getting a phone call from prison?
Yeah, about his behaviour in the prison and how he was too scared to come out of cells and stuff like that.
Who's this? John Henry.
No, Cumbrian
Who?
Lion.
Right.
I'm getting the full
Well,
lot
no, that's
tomorrow.
the way. Listen, 90% of his prison, he was writing letters to me and me podcast, me channel. I was reading
Yeah,
the letters out, some of the letters out.
yeah,
He was asking us to give shout outs to different inmates in the prison, different weeks and different letters, and I was doing it just to sort of
yeah,
keep him and look after him, sort of thing. And in fact,
yeah.
look after him.
I know.
But obviously, in them prisons, there's a lot of fucking trouble and there's a lot of fucking fighting going on. And they moved them the last. He had so many weeks left, and they moved them onto a different wing. They did,
Yeah,
and they moved them onto a wing with people who were enemies of the people he had me calling out on, giving shout outs for
yeah,
on my channel. So they
yeah,
started picking on him. They started picking on him,
yeah,
and then he couldn't come out the cell.
yeah. That's right. But it was.
The little shit. But most of his prison sentence, me and Davey looked after him. It was only the last few matter of weeks he got picked on.
Yeah, well,
But
them
but
lot
he
never
goes out.
trusted him from
Pardon?
day one. The lads never trusted him from day one. But we'll get the
And
full
then listen,
story.
and then he done to us what he done to all of it.
Yeah,
So enough said. Enough fucking
yeah.
said, right?
We'll get the
What
story
you
tomorrow.
got to remember is Humbles and them had getting some social services paperwork on him,
Yeah,
which stated he raped his sister as a child.
yeah. I remember that dildo and all them coming out with all that.
That's right. So
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden he teams back up with him
yeah,
and does one on us, slags
yeah,
us, and
yeah,
the only people who would help him
yeah.
while he was in prison. That's right.
I know.
And then the whole matter of him raping his sister was dropped by Humbles and them when he
Yeah,
joined sides with them.
of course, and that's right. So, he's a little rat, and we'll get the story tomorrow of what really happened.
Can you
About
imagine if he lands? He's in the same situation as Humbles now. Can you imagine if he lands in prison again?
well, he's only 100 miles away as well, isn't he? So he's not really that far away, is he? And can you imagine him in jail? Yeah, bloody nervous.
Where's he like? Where's he living like? Because he
He's
won't be in
only, he's
Carlisle.
only, he's only down by his parents,
Where Carlisle?
Cumbria.
Right.
Yeah, just down the road, isn't it?
He was writing letters grassing everybody who had been paying him in the letters, telling me
Yeah,
who had been paying him the money, grassing Danny Christie he was.
yeah.
He says Christie had paid it to troll me and who else he'd been trolling.
Well, he even told me that he couldn't get parole because Danny and Humble had messaged the prison or got in touch with the prison and they said so that was all a load of Ollie Maloney as well, I think. So,
and
but still,
now he's working for him. Yeah,
I know,
that's right. Enough
I
said,
know,
eh?
I know, I know. But I'm looking forward to getting it directly off the person tomorrow about
And
how
I
he
listened to a
got
clip where you must have went on his channel.
yeah, and the little
Listen,
rat.
he loved that just to promote his channel. Well, you shouldn't have went on.
I know.
And
They kept using me.
he just took the piss out of you by
They kept
shutting you
using.
off and then abusing you when he'd shut you off. So even
Yeah.
if you do ever decide, listen, I advise you not even to talk to Daft Cunt.
No, I won't.
Acknowledge him. But if you do, you make sure he comes on your channel and then you're in control of.
Yeah, I'll
If
never
you
have him
do,
on the channel.
I'm advising you not to. But if you do it again, make sure you
No,
didn't get on his channel.
no, it was the lies he was telling. So I jumped on and then he was like muting me and stuff like that. Then coming out with like mad things like saying he met my dealer in prison.
Listen, they're always gonna come out with lot of
Shite.
different lies. That's right, and they'll keep on heavy defending yourself against all sorts of shit. One thing after another, after another, after another. That's what they're doing,
Yeah,
man. You're
yeah,
wasting your fucking time with them.
I
You
know,
shouldn't even. I've told you this, especially fucking Rogers like him.
I
Who
know,
listens to fucking him?
I know. Have you seen that picture on the review report?
They only listen to him when you interact with him.
Have you seen this one?
Which one?
I'm going to show you something now to make you laugh. Hold on, I'll just get the community post up. I just received that. I don't know whether you can see it.
What is it like? A picture. I couldn't understand it. I seen it, but I couldn't understand. Who was it like?
Dildo.
Right, is it? Right. With an oxygen mask on.
Yeah. State of it, and it has a cheek to like edit pictures on me, do you know what I mean? And just state that thing there. Right.
Just con man, another one who's just working for the cops.
Yeah.
And hooting the boot like a bird shit.
That's when he was
robbing
trying
and
to get
conning
money
everybody. Anyone he comes across that he can.
That's when he was sending Annin messages for money. That with that picture.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So little rat bags.
Cops didn't want to get involved, even though he said I'd shot his windows out. I think the cops would have wanted to question me about shooting his windows out, wouldn't you?
I know.
So cops must have accepted, with them not questioning us, and it becoming a part of a police investigation. They must have accepted that that's a load of shite and never happened.
Yeah.
Well, if that never happened and it's a load of shite, they're accepting that. Yeah. Then they should have accepted, and he's conning Paul Annan out the money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So if if they were believing Dodgy Dave's side of the story, they should have come and questioned me about shooting his fucking window out.
1,000,000%. I think Julie said, not Julie's, Maria was wanting to nip on to
get on
for 5 minutes. But I don't know where she's gone. I don't know whether she's still here. She's still here, Maria?
She'll not be far.
I'll message her. I'll message her now.
Hey, it's warm than it.
It's boiling, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Fraser, for putting them in. Thank you. Thank you. Pick up locations, Newbigin, yeah, Blythe, Easington Lane Club, Sunderland, Echo Office, Washington, Gateshead location to be confirmed, and the Middlesbrough locations will be confirmed. And on Monday, I believe there'll be some pictures of the plane and the banner, and also of the leaflets. I believe there's 50,000 leaflets being printed.
When's protest like? Was it a protest march sort of thing?
It's going to be just peaceful. There's going to be no drama.
Peaceful protest too.
Yeah, but totally peaceful. No violence or any inciting anything of any kind. Just
it's for justice for Chantel.
Yeah, just very peaceful.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to put a post out on Facebook as well. You will, and I'll share it.
Yeah. I believe the people who are running it, like there's a lot of people like running it properly, so it can't be
right, getting all legal, right?
Yeah, legal and stuff. So I believe.
So where's it going to be at?
So it's the bottom stables in Walker. The bottom stable.
Where was going to be the last time run? Don't know where it is.
Yeah, and then up the Fossway and back down.
Up the Fossway, past the cafe.
Yeah, and back down.
Right. Should have been outside Franklin Prison, man.
Yeah.
If I was doing it, I would have had it outside the prison.
Good idea.
Newspapers will get involved then.
Definitely. Wouldn't they? 1,000,000%. Top 50,000 posters out the plane. Yeah.
Right. You'll have to keep us updated and I'll advertise it.
Yeah. I will keep you updated. I believe that we're going to get a telephone number for the people. They've created like a group on WhatsApp that'll be up and running on Monday. So I
Right, I'm
believe
not on
that,
WhatsApp. I
yeah,
don't think I am anyway.
and I believe that there's going to be like a Facebook page and different things. So,
Right.
mm,
Well, I'll
yeah,
share the Facebook page.
yeah, that's what I'll be doing, just promoting and giving it a bit of exposure on this channel, because it's like all for the cause of that poor girl, isn't it?
I didn't know much about the case, but I heard and if true, it's wicked mind. I heard that he took his shirt knot off, pulled his top he had on when he raped her.
Mhm.
And he had tattoos. He put Billy Stampers on. Billy, you can get some real looking tattoos now, can you?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
he put tattoos on.
yeah. That's right.
And that's what she told the police when he took his shirt off. He had tattoos on.
Yeah.
When
And one of his
when
main workers, a woman,
listen, the way wicked. He always alibis himself, doesn't
mm,
he? Like he done with the Sunderland Post Office at my house and different things. He's always
yeah,
alibiing himself.
yeah,
But to do something like that, to alibi yourself when you know you're gonna rape somebody.
yeah, yeah,
I one thick fucking individual, this cunt.
yeah, yeah. Total sick. And
So it wasn't, you know what
these
I mean? It
women,
wasn't a case. He's just getting aroused and just went said no. And you know what I
mhm.
mean? He's actually planned it and put
Yeah, because
fucking fake tattoos on, man.
the
So
woman
he
who
knew
was
what he was gonna do. He knew what he was gonna fucking do.
the, the woman who was running the place for him was part and parcel of it as well. Terrible.
I know. Jodie Loftus's daughter. That he's madam. I know her dad.
Mm, yeah,
Um,
tremendous.
that's what listen. That's what they've always done. This lot, you know. They've quietly they've run the prostitution side in this city. Even years ago,
Yeah,
there was always their women running the show.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? And
yeah.
then the
Terrible.
view fucking high. Well, you can imagine the finding out all the secrets on businessmen and
Mhm.
all that
Yeah,
side of it.
yeah. Definitely, definitely.
But
Horrendous, isn't it?
John Henry's wife, who died, the last one, she
Yeah,
was a madam. His dad's wife, who died not long before, she'd been a madam all her life.
yeah,
And when he raped that woman,
yeah.
it was run at his brothel,
My
where
word.
his madam got the last say.
Bloody hell.
But to put tattoos on though before he's done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Planned, covering his arse.
It's horrendous, isn't it, to think that someone
That's it.
has.
Listen, when he done the Sunderland Post Office robbery, he had a fucking pair of glasses on, a fake moustache, and he was smoking a tab. He doesn't smoke. Do you know what I mean?
My word.
I'm just saying he alibis himself, he does.
Yeah, yeah,
So, but alibi yourself on such an offence, fucking
yeah.
hell, man.
It's a bit of a fact. I know, I know. It's horrendous, isn't it? Totally, totally horrendous. It's foul when you think of it. It's like you just can't even bear to think of it, can you? What the poor woman has been through and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Shady's been done for well, he went on the run. They raped a bird and set that court in a caravan one night.
Yeah,
They nicked that cousin Philip. He got charged and put in Durham.
yeah,
Shady and two others had to have gone on the run until it was squared up.
yeah,
But they're known for it, man. They've raped men in at parties,
yeah,
sick fucks.
yeah.
I think it just
Total.
gangs were killing. I think gangs were killing. Once you're
Yeah,
a gang of murderers, gang of the years,
yeah.
you just think you can do anything. You know what I mean? That you just want after that.
I know, 1,000,000%.
Gangs, the two of them gang with each other.
I know. Well,
Uh,
look at all the other claims there's been with other men and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's horrendous.
What's that?
There's been a few claims with other men. I think one's going to come on when he's out of jail, who's going to speak about how he was told to leave Newcastle and stuff. And he was also not only beaten up, but I think he was raped by him as well.
Right. Yeah, I can believe it. They've done that to plenty of people.
Yeah, yeah,
Probably some drug dealer who's been working on their patch.
yeah,
You know what I mean, or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And the ran for that.
Fucking
I
terrible,
would have
isn't it?
thought that. I would have thought that's why they've killed Michael Strone and Gordon Warren, because there were
Yeah,
two little drug dealers dealing in their bar or their tune centre.
yeah,
Remember, I've given them the tune centre. Totally theirs. In that
yeah,
niche where that meeting.
yeah,
But just with Michael Strone being the digger driver and Kicker's murder and how he's got ties to Kicker's murder, and that tells us otherwise, you know what I mean? But if
yeah,
it wasn't that, then they've just signed the moot just to put word out to all the other drug dealers in the tune
yeah.
centre. That's what happens here if you sell drugs in this tune centre. You go missing. You go fucking missing.
Oh, my word. I know.
But
It's
it's not.
terrible,
It's
isn't it?
not that. It's not that with this. With Michael Strone and Gordon Warren. It's a deal with Kicker's murder and possibly other murders too.
Yeah,
Just having knowledge of them.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
But
So ended.
for my money,
Yeah. So are you going to come to the peaceful?
well, we'll see.
Oh,
Now there'll be plenty of people there.
the chocker apparently. I've heard
Yeah,
that
they will.
the Ashen and what is it the which one is it that's it only had 14 seats left out of the 52 today, and the Sunderland one, and that was nearly chocker. They said they might have
Right,
to get small buses.
right, good.
Yeah, that's
Bigger the
really,
better.
yeah, bigger the better. And then there's going to be the local people who obviously uh, knew the girl and stuff like that. It's horrendous, isn't it?
With them
So
being buses on, they should have fucking bussed everybody to fucking Franklin prison.
yeah, I know. Detour.
That's with them being held in there. That's a place to do it. Outside
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
Take a lady. Ask you know what you should do with him. See him a shady bulger. Ask him to take a lady test for it.
yeah, yeah.
But he would have done by
No,
now after you've been charged with something like that.
I know, I
You
know,
would do it anyway just to clear your name, man.
I know.
Wouldn't you?
Do you know if you'd been too right, you would
Been
have, wouldn't
charged
you?
with it. Been fucking charged with it.
I know.
So,
Yeah. I do believe that there is going to be transport to that as well, more for sure. All free as well.
excuse me.
So yeah, let's have a look. Did Maria come back in there, Paddy?
I'm not sure. Never even seen her.
Yeah, she's in somewhere. I'm sure I've just seen her again. Isn't it? There we go. Yeah, totally.
It's Jodie the Builder's daughter's birthday, the 18th, Molly. Big shout out to Molly on her 18th. You know Jodie the Builder?
Yeah,
He's been doing a day helping us plant some tatties and that.
yeah.
Um, he's got a puppy. He breeds dogs. His wife does. She's got a Dachshund puppy there, one left.
Oh, and then them sausage dogs, Paddy.
Yeah, good pedigree and whatnot. But
Yeah.
Jodie the Builder's got one left. Anybody's looking for a puppy.
Oh, and they're really popular, aren't they? Them sausage dogs, the dachshunds.
They're good fellas.
Yeah.
Jodie's wife's a dog judge in the dog shows. She's a
Is
proper
she?
breeder. She's a proper breeder. She knows what she's doing with dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So if anyone's after a puppy, Roscoe's saying, Paddy, Emma and Paddy, are you interested in coming on a Scottish prison podcast? Tin Pale TV would like to hear your views. We've got good people behind us.
Who's it talking to?
Just says, are you Emma and Paddy?
Views on what?
On prison movies or some of the prison. So it's a Scottish prison podcast.
Way could be humbled, you know, putting people up to things with being a Scottish one.
Let's have a look.
So Humbles is still hiding in the jungle there 2 years later. He's back in the jungle.
He's up the wall at the minute. Absolutely.
That's right. He'd be drunk on whiskey again and
yeah, 1,000,000%.
Tell you, man, doesn't matter if you're living in 5-star hotels. If you're on the fucking run, having a look over your shoulder and keeping your head down, and after a while it starts to fucking get to you.
Yeah.
He thought everyone would have been nicked by now, because normally on these operations, targets are took out a lot quicker than this. And I think they thought that everybody was going to get charged with a caffeine now and then 65 on. Well, we're still under investigation. I think they were going to, Hummels and them and his handlers thought they were going to charge us lot with that back then. Something went wrong. Something went wrong.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean,
he said to stay on the run.
Yeah. I mean, the firm Humble's like got around himself at the minute is like do you know, like people who are doing his like little lackey working for him is like Cumbrian liar, Irish bullshitter,
fucking Rodgies,
absolute crankpots. Do you know what I mean? Who couldn't string a sentence together half the time.
People who nobody even listens to.
Yeah, total.
Aye.
So I mean, that's his go-to people now. So that's really he's going to do amazing.
They'll all end up in the same boat as Humbles will.
Yeah.
Having to look over that fucking shoulder everywhere they fucking gone.
1,000,000%.
Through that online antics.
Antics, yeah. Torturing people that they don't even know. Stalking. Yeah. 1,000,000%.
Aye, that little lying bastard saying things about me. Everybody doesn't like me in prison. Come on, he wrote to me all them months in my channel every couple of weeks. So was a letter arrived. Paddy gives a shout out for this one and this wing and this one and that wing. And went on for nearly his whole sentence. And then he got put on a wing, different wing at the end. Were enemies of the people who had been getting shouted out on my channel, and he got picked on.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, that was all a load of garbage as well. He actually owed money in there for whatever vapes or whatever, and he owed money, and that was why he couldn't come out with the cells.
He's just not liked in general. Full stop. No. And the only fucking reason he got away with not getting it all that time was through me and Davey Heslop giving him shout outs, looking after him.
Yeah.
And he was telling him everything we wanted to know then as well. He was. Even in his letters. Aye. But then he says they've got his social services paperwork where it showed that he'd raped his sister when he was a young'un. And this is why he was putting homes and that.
Well, the lads who helped him told me they didn't trust him from day one and didn't even want to help him. And it was
it's a dirty little smack dealer, and he's a convicted little smack. He's selling it from the playground, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Kids'
and who hit a girl with a bat.
But selling heroin and crack from a child's playground, wasn't he? Convicted of that, I mean.
Yeah. And he got convicted
that alone tells you what he is, man.
Yeah, he's convicted of hitting a girl with a bat as well. Yeah, he asked me if I wanted to game around us and like taking a piss because he'd been convicted of a girl with a bat. But I've seen the other day, have you seen that? That's come out in the paper. I was reading in the paper. He actually grasped himself up as well when he got convicted, right? He put his SIM card in a burner phone or something like that and phoned the police because he was getting picked on. So he tried to anonymously tell the police about getting picked on, and that's how they traced him. So, I mean, he actually grasped himself up as well. Do you know what I mean? But got somebody else nicked with him.
He's just a
You know
fucking
what I mean?
idiot, man.
I know, total idiot.
Who's
Clown.
getting paid, or they've got that shit on him that he raped his sister.
Yeah.
Said that the
Season.
paperwork they did. Them
Yeah.
did, and then next thing you know, he's friends with them again and turning on us.
Yeah. I know.
Me.
I know. I know.
Because it just didn't
Absolutely.
make sense, man. How could he turn on people who had just been good for him
I know.
throughout all that time he was in prison?
I know.
And then just a turn like that. But if someone had shit on you like that, you would turn, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Propaganda in public.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what they were threatening him. That's what they were threatening him with. Or they had that paperwork from social services that he'd raped his sister when he was a young'un. Just getting the smoke.
Yeah. I just am having a smoke. Thank you,
You're taking the
Andy.
fucking time.
Loads more to come just yet on all of them you've seen out yet. Yeah, totally love United. Total wrong-uns, the pair of them. They put a video on today with Becky's streetwalker. I don't know whether it's a man or a woman. And a story they've come out with today about me inviting her here with Maria and Carol. And I was trying to get her on all kinds of things. I'd never even knew this girl until I started getting loads of absolute garbage off her on the messages. Do you know what I mean? And it's turned out it was Becky's missus. Do you know what I mean? So
His new
that's
girl,
who's
his
been
new bit,
talking.
his new bit on the side, is it?
Probably, yes. Becky needs to be careful because she'd be running off with come be a liar. Okay, now. Never heard out like it. Honestly, the stuff they've come out with, they soon remove the live, like, but crazy. Crazy, crazy.
She'll not be seeing Specky for a long time unless he gets acquitted of this charge. And that's not out the
Julissa,
question. It's not out the question yet that he might get acquitted of it, mind.
yeah. Julissa, I can't do much about it because I'm on StreamYard, so if I go off it, I'll get confused. So I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's happened there, but we'll obviously sort it out. Someone's been blocked or something. Let's have a look. There's a girl in the chat here, and he's been giving her a load of shit, that ginger one, saying that he's under a bed and all that, hiding under a bed. That's that humble.
Well, he's trolling her, you mean?
Yeah, trying to troll her real bad, yeah. Horrendous, isn't it? Totally horrendous.
But you know what it is? He's been there that long. He's telling that many fucking lies now. Nobody listens to him, man. No, in the early days, people were like believing him and all the scandals he was coming out with, because
yeah,
all on social media too.
yeah,
And people were following him because of it. But he's been
yeah,
caught out that many times telling barefaced fucking lies. He's been caught out, bang the right.
I know.
Nobody even listens to him now, man. He hasn't got the following what he did have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Because they've seen through him. They
She's
have on
just
YouTube anyway.
Yeah, she's just said there he's done it for a long time, but he will not win. I don't play games, so I think the girl used to come in your chat a lot, Paddy. She's a really nice girl as well. I mean,
What's
fancy
she called,
threatening a
like?
woman like that. Marie, she was asking if you'll have a look. Maybe it's if you email Paddy and give him your link, Marie. He'll be able to put you in. But she's a real nice girl, but she's had murders with these. But she thought I'd crack with you in your chat. She's, I think she's from your area.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. She's just a lovely lady. But got a lovely daughter and stuff. And then you've got idiots like that.
I've learned a long time ago that you cannot win, no
No,
matter what. He's never going to admit he's telling lies. He's never going to admit he's wrong. He's going to fetch up new lie after lie. You prove him wrong on one lie, he'll fucking start a new lie.
it's just all the same lies about everyone as well, isn't it?
So I've
Everyone's
learned a long time ago, didn't fucking listen to him.
yeah,
Didn't even watch his videos.
no,
Keep hunting for him, yes.
yes.
And yeah, and
And the next
didn't get on
closing in on
social
that
media
one.
while he's getting 100. Didn't get into any arguments with him on social media, especially if you're hunting him.
No, no.
And
And the next
but
closing in, I believe.
so I didn't watch his videos, me, I haven't. I take any
No,
notice of his posts.
No.
Like loads of people didn't know.
The amount of people that are coming forward as well, like even with the sun, that's all come to light. Even people are saying if you go to the actual town he's from and actually speak to the people there, they'll tell you what a wrong un he is. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Like you wouldn't associate with the likes.
yeah,
Because he's a proper low life fucking wrong and smack.
you
He's
like
been a
total low
smackhead
life
for
class.
16 fucking years.
I
He's a
know,
cokehead and a crackhead and a
I know.
pillhead now, but he's off the smack now. He admits,
Yeah. Well,
but he's on everything fucking else. Pardon?
That Bembo used to be with Kebab, and
Yeah,
the son's mother of the kid, his kid,
yeah.
seem like real nice people when I've spoken to them.
It's him.
So
It's him. You should try and track down and get on the channel. Get on the channel.
yeah, he's a real nice lad. He's had hell on with him. He's been tortured as well.
That'll be good viewing, getting him on your channel.
Yeah,
Though, would so you should get in touch with him over Facebook or something.
yeah, I've been in touch with that one.
Right? Are you right? Well,
Yeah.
why haven't you had him on your channel?
I think he's a bit dubious about coming on channels because he's been trolled that bad. But I'm just gonna say, like, look, everyone's speaking out about him now. I don't think he does much YouTube and stuff like
Well, you
that.
just got to
But
watch more videos and then you'll know what you know
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah, 1,000,000%.
Be good
But
crack because apparently Tim he sent the cops loads of times for them abusing the children.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
I just have
so
some.
that's why there's a big fallout between him and them
Yeah,
because he's the one who's had them questioned off the cops
yeah, yeah.
up to
She's
10
had him
times.
over as well, hasn't she? Big time.
Oh, by the looks of it, both of
Yeah,
them have.
yeah, totally.
Humble said he'd sell the company, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's why he started with Marie. Got started on because she was seen in your chat,
Right.
right? So that's how we started with her. And then imagine saying that to a woman, I'm hid under your bed and stuff like that. It's like
Yeah,
insanity, isn't it?
terrorising her. She
Yeah,
should have reported him,
fucking horrendous.
especially
So
with the new laws that's in place nowadays.
I know,
I'm
I know.
pleased. I not noticed since they brought these new laws in, half the dark side's quelled.
Yeah,
How many
yeah,
people are really do things new? Overboard or people with false names,
yes,
or if they're abroad, like Humbles. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Where you can't,
Faceless,
and new plans are coming back.
yeah, faceless little rats, aren't they?
Might have to come back yet anyway, because if John Henry might name him, not in the situation.
Uh,
But even if John Henry blamed me, just say John Henry blamed me and Davy Esler. Well, I've already discussed with the police who's to blame, haven't I?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Well, they
treated as
just
an
say,
agent provocateur. That would mean even if I get the blame, Humbles has still got to be investigated.
yeah. Well,
Aye,
someone's just saying here that
legally.
even his dad disliked him before he passed. Do you know what I mean? Even his own father. So, but I know that.
Partly because he robbed the granny of the granny forgive him, but he robbed the granny of money when
Yeah,
he was a drug addict.
yeah, yeah,
And she forgive him though, she did apparently, and left him that bungalow,
yeah,
the one that's getting smashed up at the minute. I
yeah.
seen the video going run with his little house getting smashed up.
You haven't seen that yet, no?
It's on
I
YouTube.
have to have a little look.
So it never got sold or anything. It didn't. It's only he just keeps getting his windows smashed.
Yeah, yeah. Just vile, isn't he? Absolutely vile. Human being.
So
Well,
while
not
he's
even a
hiding
human
in while
being,
he's
is he?
hiding in Thailand, while he's hiding in the jungle, his house is getting smashed up. So you can
Yeah,
understand why he's very bitter and twisted and coming out with even more vicious lies against everyone. Because he's demented,
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah. Yeah, totally demented. Absolutely demented.
You should
Absolutely
understand
horrible.
that, man. Every time he comes out with something, he should understand that what he's gone
Yeah,
through.
yeah. Mm. And you know what, as well? When you actually see him as well. He's like graniest, horriblest looking thing you've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? Because half the time he does all that filter stuff on his videos and that. Do you know what I mean? And he's absolutely hanging to look at. Do you know what I mean? It's just vile. You can see what he is as soon as you look at him. So there's a few of them though. There's Chesterton, who's been having a lot to say on his pages. Another one who hasn't got a clue, and that's Specky's best mate and that. Do you know, all having a lot to say, all from the ones that were in that movie and that. But yeah, they're just all little wrong uns, rats.
That movie.
Hey.
That's right. That's right. There's not one person give it a okay review. Not even the people who starred in it.
No.
They've all said, every one of them, they've all said, even Creepy Craig, it's a load of shite. Can you imagine that? Everybody who starred in it said it's a load of shite.
Embarrassment. Total embarrassment, isn't it?
Hey, man. It was that bad. It was that bad. I couldn't sit through it. I watched half of it and I had to turn it off. And you'd think, with being them and Logal and it was that bad, I couldn't even watch it. I just had enough halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, honestly, I tell you what, I lost like how many hours of my life, like in that bloody club, right? And I was sat out the back, like back away from it, right? And I thought, oh my word, and I've never cringed so much in all my life. Never cringed so much. It's just absolutely, I can't even begin to tell you, but it's like them hours I'll never get back, will I? It's like, what the hell? Rat bags. I don't know. Crackers.
Humphrey's, that's his film. Caught Who Lying in his books. Even his own book against me and Paul Massey.
Yeah. Another
Career ruined. As a true crime author.
I know.
But did anyway. Listen, couldn't tell a book if he tried.
Andy's a screen. What was it? Andy thought it was going to be some big screenwriter after that, didn't he? Hey, my word. Then he was going to go on his gangster tour bus, wasn't he? And that soon got a stop put to that. So he hasn't got much choice, has he? As Humphreys at the moment. His gang's all falling apart.
That's right, it fell apart. He's got to look over his own shoulder now. Know that his gangs fell apart.
I know. They've got enough
Every time he's on duty in that tune centre, he'll be looking over his shoulder.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And do you want the reviews underneath that film is horrendous. Do you know what I mean? There's not one single person, not even people that have probably believed the hype and all that, and they've even said like terrible
it's been
things.
fucking slaughtered, man. There's even the actors in it, even people who starred in it said it was a parcel of fucking shite, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I get past that? It was when it was. Even when Dave Courtney made films were a load of fucking shite. I couldn't watch them. They were bad, but they were better than the fucking Humphreys. You know what I mean?
Well, apparently he was in that other film, wasn't he? And when I had a look at it, I thought, well, he's not a bloody good actor. Is he? He wasn't a good actor.
We left at a girls' school. His dad thought he was going the other way, you know, having been the only boy in the girls' school.
Yeah.
So he took him out of the girls' school and he put him in an acting school. So he's been through the...
Yeah.
And then soon his first job was the theatre, full-time job. The theatre drag queen.
Yeah. I think his dad's inclinations must have been spot on, wasn't they? About
Can you picture Humphreys as a theatre drag queen on the stage?
Oh,
You know how they used to put their dress up and
oh, did you think? I dread to think.
he must
Oh,
have sent Ronnie and Reggie Gray a photo of himself in
well,
drag.
it wouldn't surprise me if he's been up there dressed
Imagine
like
them
that.
two, man. Them two, young boy in drag,
Oh,
wanting to come and visit her.
I know. I know.
And then he ended up that blue-eyed boy,
I
number
know.
one. That's fucking
Exactly.
right. Chief
And to be,
sucker.
I
Chief
know.
cocksucker.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And then he had
Oh,
his little,
1,000,000%, we are.
he had
You
his,
what?
he had his new, like his beloved Newcastle United there soon got rid of him, didn't they, as well? I think he was banished from the stadium when he,
I'm not
after,
sure, to be honest.
yeah,
He was cheating. He got banned from something.
he definitely got, I
Signing
think
underage
they didn't
players when
want
he
him,
shouldn't have been doing it or something.
I
But
think
I
they
think
didn't
if
want him
he
playing
got
around.
banned more for Kane Hutchison.
Yeah, definitely didn't want him associated with the club, I'm sure.
The
Yeah.
Gremlins and Humphreys soon distanced themselves from Hutchie when he got nicked for messing about with young boys.
The stuff that the bloody tied with is horrendous, isn't it?
Everybody around Humphreys, man.
No, I know.
So I'm not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Not wrong at all.
But he's been abused by Ronnie and Reg, that's for sure. Because
Yeah, he might still do it
he was
online.
17 when he was only 17, I think, when he first started visiting them.
Yeah, he might still do it online, but he's got no affiliation, like officially, with that club. Because before he used to go in a pub or something opposite, didn't he, and talk to other ex-players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all stopped. I think that pub even barred him as well from doing anything in there. That's the truth, that. Lenny McLean wouldn't do security on Craig's funeral because of Dave Courtney being involved speaks volumes. Certainly does, Peter. Yeah.
Why do you need security on a funeral?
I know. I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, that was horrendous. RCR, I'm glad you reminded me of that. Because that Tucci changed his name, didn't he, Paddy? And he went to
Who?
Manchester. That Tucci
Yeah.
changed his name, went to Manchester, then got into the same thing.
Changed his name to Mason.
Yeah, and then did the same thing there under a different name as well. It's
Yeah,
horrendous.
that's right.
Yeah. Disgusting. That'll be another peaceful protest that gets organised, I'm sure. Are you a scapeologist? Yeah. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
The
But I think
Gremlins, Humphrey's mate, him who was in the Gremlins, that fucking idiot who I sent Buller to the pub to him one day. He was managing a pub across the road from my house, hidden the fucking cellar he did. When Bull walked in. Had a camera pointed at my house from on their fucking pub. So I sent Bull in. Tell him to get that fucking camera turned round. We were at my fucking house.
Yeah, is it?
That was before the pub burned down. It's a shop now. That pub that's on the documentary, the McIntyre documentary, it got burned down. It's a shop now.
Yeah.
But it was the boat. They got it before I got out of jail. Wheat face and my fucking house. They done that deliberate. They did.
Yeah. Just honestly, they absolutely vile, a lot of them, aren't
they? He's in a mess now. I'm still waiting every day to find out what defence he's going to put forward. Yeah, he cannot plead guilty because he's lifed off. Got him where they want him. And he's gone to trial. So if he's gone to fucking trial, that means he's pleading not guilty. He always claims he's been set up, fitted up by Northumbria Police, and he's been set up. Nobody blames me. So let's wait and see. He's been not guilty.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm safe. I'll tell the truth. I lost my rag because I was a victim of a fucking police intelligence operation involving Humbles and Furby, and they've been disrupting my fucking life as part of the new National Crime Agency's tactics. They've been fucking provoking me, and because Furby's been caught, man. He has.
Yeah.
And Humbles admitted everything he'd done to us, he'd done on behalf for Furby.
Mm-hmm.
And then Furby got outed meeting the cops after Humbles admitted that. Humbles only admitted that just to let everybody know for sure it's a Winter Hill Gang dynasty through me, because I'm getting everything off Furby, who sells the coke for them. That's why he done that. Just to stir more shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To make everybody think everything he was doing, it's hold the Winter Hill Gang responsible. Yeah. Drive one mad, let's attack his cafe. Do you know what I mean? And it works. They provoke you long enough, they get you. And it won't stop you. They've just took target one, they've took with you. There's other targets still to be took with yet. So it won't end with John Henry getting nicked. They'll continue the mission and provoke everyone further and further and further until they get them in for whatever reasons after the Davy Heslop, the Freemans, for my money, Freemans, etc. And now why they're after me. They come to me, don't tell me. I know what it's about. But I don't know why the same people who's been hassling me moved on to Davy Heslop and the Freemans and them, you know what I mean? Because with me, it's a national crime agency. To deal with them, still to deal with the murder cases, even though I've passed the lie detector test.
Yeah.
They come to my front door and tell me that I was part of it. But since I knew all the tactics and what I've been through, that's why I moved up the farm foreman as well. Armed cops followed us to the farm who were hassling us as part of it. But I've seen the same tactics getting used. The same players, so these are using these days, moves on to Davy Heslop and the Freemans and that as well, you know what I mean? So they must be, for whatever reasons, I don't know why, they must be in the National Crime Agency's top 20 targets in the country. Because they're the only people that can use these tactics against.
Yeah, wasting the time, probably all the lies of
they're to provoke your life in every single way. If you're a top 20 target, they're going to disrupt your life in every fucking way they can. And they don't deny it. They don't deny it. That's the worst bit of it.
Yeah.
Autistic man. That's what's going on. We're fucking humbles.
Yeah, I've seen that autistic man, the Manchester bomber, the one next door to Specky, has just attacked 3 officers with oil and a knife, hasn't he? In the prison.
That'll be him doing the block for a long time then.
Yes, so he's
has he just done it, or has he done it in the past?
It's been on the news tonight.
Right, well, there's John Henry's mate away, because he'll be doing the block for a long time.
I know. Yes, 3 officers.
See, that what I mean by them Muslims are naughty.
Yeah.
Because he's probably doing a life sentence where he's never getting out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So that's his pal, isn't it?
By the sounds of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was on the news just before I come on. She was working with kids at Rutherford AFC Boys Club the first time he was caught punching. My brother trained there and asked if I knew him. No, should I? I was saying he was ideal. Was he? Fuck. Yeah. And that's who Humphreys used to say that he was getting told by, and they were turning up at his house and stuff well before anything on here, and he was saying that he was getting told by all these EDL lot. They were turning up at his house, and he said they were. Yeah, so it all makes sense. So he was just saying there that Touchy was pretending he was EDL as well.
Right.
He was like touching the kids up at Rutherford AFC Boys Club first time round. Because
he was he drank much. He drank. His mum was getting shagged off him who Humphreys drank with in the Gremlins, who he wrote a book for.
Right.
Again, his fucking name. Humphreys was definitely shagging him, and Humphreys' mate who was in the Gremlins was definitely shagging his mother, and also the Gremlins. One of the people who run it is his uncle, Kane's uncle.
Yeah.
So Kane was always at the meetings with the Gremlins.
Right.
They just distanced themselves from him, and he got outed as a nonce. Nowadays
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And what he was doing was he was a football coach for the young'uns,
Right.
and he was promising the young'uns that he knew this football agent called Mr. Humphreys. That's what I think he meant. It's in the newspapers.
Yeah.
He was going to introduce them to his friend who was a football agent, Mr. Humphreys.
Yeah.
And he was nonce, who could get them a start in career.
Yeah.
And he was using that to nonce the young little boys.
Bloody knows.
Like
It's
who
horrendous.
was the football agent who he was going to introduce them to?
Oh, obvious.
That's fucking right. That's fucking
Obvious.
right.
Obvious.
That's in the newspapers, that bit.
Yeah.
So no
Off.
wonder Humphreys distancing himself from him as much as he could anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. It's horrendous,
That's
isn't it?
right, man. That's fucking right, man.
I know.
He's a
I know.
fucking proper gang of wrong'uns, this lot, man.
I
All in the
know.
young boys. I've said it for a long time, man.
Yeah. Disgusting.
People think I'm just saying it because I fight with them.
Yeah. No, it's the truth. And
That's right. I wouldn't
Alemannia.
be saying it otherwise.
I know. Yeah, that's what they do see Isle of Man born and bred. That's they report you for bullying and harassment and stuff like that. Humble always says that I'm reporting channels. Know what? I've got better things to do than report his channel. Don't even look at it half the time. So at the end of the day, if I wanted to report his channel for all the footage he uses, I could do. But what's the point? So I've proved that they're the reporters of channels. Have reported mine 3 times. This is the 3rd channel now. But as I said, I'll just keep making a new one. So I'm not bothered. Been threatening to take this channel down again last night. So what? We'll soon get a new one out there. And what? It's only a channel, isn't it? So hold
You still
on.
got to be careful anyway.
Manchester Bombers brother is apparently seriously injured. 2 screws with hot bat and stabbed him in Franklin. The female screw is alright, apparently.
Wonder if John Henry was with him.
I know, that's what I was just thinking, Be nervous. Yeah, David knows it was blatantly obvious who the agent was, the football agent, totally.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm. Yeah,
And then before that, Humphreys had been putting things on his Twitter wall about Kane Hutchison,
bloody hell.
advertising things for him. Do you know what I mean?
Eh, my word.
That's right.
Eh.
So that's what I've said all along and all. That's Humphreys. That's his fucking friend, the football agent who he's going to introduce him to.
Yeah.
I'm speculating on that point, though.
Mhm.
But that's his fucking friend. I'm just getting a smoke.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have one. Yeah, John, we're just waiting to find out the the final details on that. I'm sure it's like a plea
Oh,
type date in April, and I think it will probably be April, May, won't it, when the thing starts properly. Yeah. So we'll keep you updated on that as soon as I know. Yeah.
yeah, if they're going to have that protest march and they were putting buses on, they should have fucking put it on at Franklin Prison.
Yeah. 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 I don't suppose they might do, might they?
It'd be a better place to do it,
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
While he's in there,
I I don't. Marie's just asking there, could it be a closed court? I don't think they can do a closed court there, can they?
Listen, when old man gave evidence against Bobby Stokoe, when he admitted he was a grass working for the Met,
Yeah.
he got the court closed
Did he?
because things were coming out in the open court that he was a grass working for the
Yeah.
Met. So then
Ah.
Bobby was only allowed one member of family in the court then under that law,
Yeah.
under that rule. He got my auntie in.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
that's what they can do
Mm.
under certain circumstances. And
Yeah.
the Winter Hell Gang are always doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can cite loads of reasons to do it. You can say, oh, I'm blaming these gangsters, and if they find out I'm blaming them, they might harm me family. I don't want them here. That I'm blaming them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's loads of reasons you can do it.
Yeah.
Winter Hell
Yeah.
Gang's always doing it. Done it at my trial for Glover for 5 days, for deer,
Yeah.
where they closed the court doors.
Yeah.
Another trial within a trial, a 4D it was called, where all the grass and all the things were coming out about Glover working with the cops and different fucking things.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when I got him back. That's when I got him back on side during the Vardia for 2 days. I
Yeah.
found out what was going on. I thought, right, I better scope at this in every fucking way I can.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
I fucking did, I'll tell you.
Well, Ronald's just saying there when he heard off his brother that Touchy was having a closed off trial, he reported him to the UK and Ireland database and had some chats with him. And they will not let him away. So it shows he had a closed one as well. It's weird, isn't it, with them all? Fucking
Someone
weird.
told me Humphreys was still in touch with Touchy throughout his prison sentence.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely he was. 1,000,000%.
And there's another one over there that went to jail for a similar thing who was teaching the kids cricket. I'm forgetting his name. I've been told that he used to drink with Humphreys, cricket coach.
Yeah.
Got done for messing the fucking around with kids. Similar time to fucking fella called Strange. At a similar time, Touchy Hutchy. He got done for nonsense kids and all.
Bloody hell. It's horrendous, isn't it?
Ronnie and Reg in them.
I tell you what. Bad, isn't it? Well, when you look at that poor and that poor woman who Bronson was with, and he wormed his way in with Bronson, didn't he, as well? And that woman who he married, Paula, I mean, she ended up taking
Taking her life.
her life because, and it was Humphreys and them that were trolling her and that gangland group and all that and all them
Right.
the same fellas, right? And they were calling all names on the sun, this, that, and the other. And the lad who was doing the books had actually approached Humphreys and said, "You're admin on this group. Can you put a stop to this? It's absolutely vile what's going on." And refused to do it. I mean, she was lured up to that Courtney's place by that.
All coppers working with the Met. Everyone
Yeah,
involved.
she was lured up to there by a woman who was associated with them all, and she was date raped, and she knew that it had happened numerous times when she was out of it, and the next day
Right.
she didn't dare. She didn't dare go and sing it because she was getting trolled that bad off Humphrey's group anyway that she didn't even dare come out with it because it would have been more, and she ended up like doing it, like taking her own life. Do you know what I mean? It's horrendous when you think about it. Just sick, really is
I
sick.
will have to get that story off someone about Humphreys
Well,
and that. You
yeah,
have someone who's witness to it.
yeah. Well, a new partner came on to Brian's channel. We did an interview with him a while ago, but he would definitely come on. And I know
Right.
that the author of the book would come on as well.
And explain Humphreys' role, and like he was right, and he didn't stop it, and he wouldn't stop it neither when he was pulled about it.
And it's
Right.
got nothing to do with me, and what can I do about it? He was an admin on the page.
All fucking
and
grasses, man. That's fucking why.
Yeah.
All
And a
fucking
poor woman
grasses.
was getting tortured, and I mean tortured. Do you know what I mean?
People who've been dealing have been all grasses, all working with the cops,
Yeah.
who were handlers as a
But I
gang.
mean, when I think about it now, and I've just told you there the story, like of the two people who obviously witnessed it all, and she wanted that bit in her book as well, and they were threatening that.
Yeah, stop
woman
that
who
from
was
doing it.
stop
I mean, they were stopping
talking
that,
about it.
exposing them.
Yeah. And she was tortured to the point of like no return on there, like really, really bad stuff. And when I think about it, it's very similar to the way they're trolling everybody now. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. Same
Yeah.
country as well.
You read a thing where the intelligence does this as another service. That's what's going on, man.
Brigade, yeah, 77th Brigade, isn't it? Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, it's 1,000,000%. I've just thought about
People,
all of it.
normal people wouldn't believe that these things can even happen. But I'm telling you, they only happen. They only happen at the highest level of intelligence against people who are the top targets in the country.
Yeah.
That's only and that's how anybody rarely experiences these sort of things. Do you know what I mean? Other than the people getting targeted.
I believe
That's
that
what's going on, yeah.
I believe that Humphrey scuppered Bronson's parole and all that, putting all that.
He did.
Yeah.
Him and that undercover stepson of his, the reporter.
Who Humphreys knew very well.
Probably done a dirty on him, man, didn't they? We listened. See when he released all them phone calls online. You see when you're a lifer and you're applying for parole, you've got to be lily fucking white.
Yeah.
You're completely rehabilitated altogether. All them crazy thoughts or villainy or anything are gone. They've got to be gone. Otherwise, you're not even considered for parole. That's a situation for lifers.
Yeah.
And when Humphreys let all them phone calls out, he let loads of things out where if the parole board heard, just the way he's talking, the way you definitely wouldn't get parole. You know what I mean? Stop him straight away.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
So that's what that fucking undercover reporter who pretended to be his son.
I know.
Done to him. They've put the idea out to Charlie.
I know.
This will help you get your parole, which is going to be a public parole, public one. The scuppered it, man.
I know.
The state actors all got involved and scuppered Charlie's public parole.
I know. And then hopefully
I know why they done it, mind. I know why they done it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just think that I just think that as well, the way he had him talking on them phone calls he was putting out and stuff of like laughing about the violence and stuff he'd done and all that just didn't help it at all.
Things like that, listen, that alone would stop you getting your parole.
Yeah.
Because when you get into that parole board, you've got to be like a priest. I've completely changed. You've got to be on the straight and narrow. And when you're on the straight and narrow and you've sorted yourself out, they can tell, man.
I know.
But if they listen to phone calls like that.
I know. And he was putting it all over the internet.
He's never changed one bit. Sort of thing. You know what I mean? And you've got no chance of parole. You didn't, just with them phone calls on now.
I know, and even had him telling stories about
then the son let the parole board, nah, and he's lying, he's been blagging, I'm not really his son.
Yeah.
So he's really been having the parole board over because he went along with, you know what I mean? They proper stitched him up on his parole, man, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it was his first public parole.
Yeah.
Where the public were going to look in on everything. They proper stitched him up.
1,000,000%.
For my money.
Yeah,
state actors did. State actors did.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Mustn't have wanted them to have it. Wanted them to look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
wanted to make sure there's plenty of reasons for not giving them it in the
Yeah.
public domain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
And it's
and
weird
just
he
that
was
one thing with the son exposing him, saying, I'm not his son, he's been kidding yous.
yeah.
Fucking fancy doing that to the parole board, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's all been a deceit.
I know.
What chance did he ever parole after that?
No chance. No
That's
chance.
right, that's right, that's right. He's kidding yous.
Absolute rats, aren't they?
That's right. Scuppered his first public parole hearing.
I know.
Them cunts did.
I know. And he used to say to me, oh, it drives me mad, you know, when he phones, um, he said when he phones, he have to explain everything you're doing. So he'll ask what you're doing. I've got to explain if I'm having a cup of tea, what I'm drinking it out of, and where I'm sat and stuff like that. Because obviously he just wants to, he must want to imagine because he's only seeing the four walls, isn't he, or whatever in the jail. And he used to say, Humphreys, it does me head in, I can't get him off the phone and all that. But yeah, you soon wanted him on the phone to tell them bloody mad stories you were putting out just before his parole even. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. Terrible, and getting him to
He's not
sign
even.
things
He's not
and
even
this.
that dangerous. He's not. Listen, I've said it all along. If they're the top 100 most dangerous inmates in the dispersal system, Charlie
Yeah.
wouldn't come in the top. Charlie wouldn't come in
No,
on the list.
no,
But
no.
but you see them other 100 above him.
Yeah.
They'd have been kidnapped governors, and they'd have been kidnapped school teachers, and so that's how that's why they've got him listed as the most dangerous inmate to
Yeah.
them. To
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Definitely.
Not
Definitely.
the inmates, not the inmates.
Yeah. Yeah.
So by not, but as long as they've got him listed as the top dangerous, he's kept under maximum security. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah. Definitely.
it's his governors and the teachers are not keeping him
I
under
know.
that because he's kidnapped that many of them over the years.
Yeah. It's a bit
That's
like
why
you
he's the
when you
most dangerous. He's not. He's never stabbed anybody in prison.
But when it's anything to do with anything like that, even when you've battered them coppers and stuff like that, they don't forget it, do they? Do you know
No,
what I mean?
well, they didn't back then.
No, they hate it, don't
Charlie, even though Charlie's a handful in the dispersal, there's loads of people handfuls in there. I'm a handful, but I'm not the most dangerous. And nor was Charlie. Charlie got stabbed up in Parkhurst. He did. Somebody just walked. Desi Cunningham just walked up to him and exercised and just stabbed him to bits.
they? I know.
But Charlie's never stabbed anybody.
No,
Do you know what I
no.
mean? So how can Charlie be the most dangerous inmate if he's never done things like that?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But what he has done is take fucking governors hostages. He's took school teachers hostages.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
where Charlie is kept under the most dangerous inmate tag
yeah, yeah,
for their max,
yeah,
not for actually being the most dangerous inmate because he
yeah.
wouldn't gone on the top 100 list.
Someone's thanks, Kath. Marie is just saying, do you think he'll ever get out now,
Who?
Charlie?
Listen, I'll tell you something I didn't tell many people. See, when I got released from prison,
Yeah,
sometimes there's all sorts of things kept in reception belonging to you, what's handed to you, like court papers and bundles of this, and it's all handed to you when you're released. So when I was released from prison and I got home, I
yeah,
went for my paperwork a couple of months later for some reason because I hadn't went through it, and they're getting some of Charlie's paperwork mixed up with mine,
bloody
and
hell!
it was in with my paperwork.
Wow,
Some, I seriously, some deeply personal prison stuff. And from what I've read, Charlie's never getting out
bloody hell!
because once you're in, they just don't let you out. Once you're a lifer,
No,
find an excuse to knock you back.
yeah, definitely. And And Humphreys has played a blinder there, hasn't he, in making sure that didn't happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some funny paperwork got mixed up and handed out with mine.
bloody knows.
And it was Charlie's.
Shh. My word. Eh, my word, it's horrendous, isn't it? Fucking absolutely crazy, isn't it?
I don't know how it always happens to me, but
He said, well, he should just keep locking them in his cell. Got up to loose.
they just keep him doing the block, cause
Yeah.
and then they'll have him under like so many man unlock. They'll make sure there's at least 4 or 6 screws every time he is took with the cell. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
But Bob Mosley, it was 10 man unlock for him when I first met Bob. That
Yeah,
meant 10 screws used to have to walk with him around them with that truncheon suit.
yeah.
Every time they took him to the exercise yard, because that's as far as he gets, Bob, from his cage, exercise yard and back.
Oh,
So they
I
always
feel
keep it on
sorry
his.
for him, you know.
The what?
I feel really sorry for him. I really
He's on
want to.
hunger strike at the minute, I've heard.
Oh, can't we write to him or something?
No, it is. I meant to send him a postcard last week and I forgot. I've got that much shit going on.
Just to brighten him up a bit.
Yeah, drop me. I'll take his letter out tomorrow
Yeah,
and I'll give you his
yeah,
details. He's in Wakefield.
yeah. And I'd just like to write to him, you know, just because it'd be nice for him to get letters, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just tell
Yeah,
him, give him a message from me, just saying we're all thinking of you and
yeah, yeah,
blah blah blah. Yeah, be good crack.
yeah, yeah. Bless
Because I
him.
know I'm got strike at the minute.
Oh, bless him. And he wasn't. He hasn't done bad. He isn't bad,
They've
is
just
he?
took his PlayStation and everything off him, and that's all he's got. So he's got no
Oh,
life at all, Bob. We've been kept in
oh,
a cage, so little things mean a lot to
yeah,
him. Like a
yeah,
radio, actually,
yeah.
like oh aye. Especially when you're locked up in a fucking cell 23 hours a day.
Horrendous,
And
isn't
in
it?
solitary confinement, you never get to see another inmate. Well, on the exercise yard he does, because they put you all in separate cages. They
Yeah.
can like look at each other through the cage next to each other.
Mm.
But other than that, you never. So anything is a lot to him
Yeah, yeah.
because of the conditions he's got to live under.
Paddy.
But what can
He's
it do? He's murdered that many inmates. What do you do if you're the governor of the prison?
I know, but they were all bad
Probably,
people.
pardon.
Well, he
I
didn't
mean,
just.
they cannot see, oh, how many nonsense, put him
I
back
know,
amongst them, can you?
I know.
They've
But
got to act, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's
well,
one of them, isn't it? They
if they
might
didn't
feel
have,
like that. They might feel like that, they might. Stick him back amongst the cunts.
yeah,
But they cannot, you know what I mean? Because
but
he's
if
already killed a few.
they didn't put him in Monster Mansion with all them people anyway, surely,
Somewhere run different prisons, they have him in Wakefield, but he's in a unit in Wakefield. He's not actually in the prison part.
yeah. But I mean, when he has done it, when he's come across them, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't think it
It,
was Wakefield, but other prisons.
yeah. Like, he should be kept because of his past and stuff like that and what he went through. Do you know what I mean? He shouldn't have had to come across people like that, should he?
Yeah, and
Because
he's in prison. That's three days. He's never had any life at all. He never said this to us. He told us his story. He told us his life, but he never ever said to us, "I've never had a life." Just when you look at his life,
yeah,
you think, "Fucking hell, man, he's never had a life." And even
I
when he
know.
was,
Like,
well, even when he killed his first person, was
yeah,
our similar stuff. He
I
was
know.
17, I think,
And
or
so he's
by
like,
17 or
all
18. But by the time he was 17, he was a heroin addict because
yeah,
of the abuse. A
yeah,
heroin addict and a male prostitute. because of what he'd been through. And this is when he killed a punter, when he was acting as a young male heroin addict, male prostitute. Then he's ended up in life up in jail. So you can see why he kills every nonce he comes across, can't you?
I know. And that's why
But he's ended up in a fucking cage over it.
Oh, it's horrendous. And now they've took all of his things away like that. It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, but Screws just loads of them on power trips, man. If you're doing yes, sir, no, sir, them. Bob's
You've
not
got
like
to
that.
be a power trip. You've got to be on a power trip to be able to lock doors like that, haven't you? And lock
Yeah, but some of them are all right though, as it happens.
Yeah.
And they're not. There's loads of them not on that power trip.
Yeah.
But like some, you get an odd busy that's not on the power trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But most of them are. But it's the same with Screws.
Yeah.
But not as many. There's loads of Screws not on that power trip thing where they'll try and be all right with you under every circumstance first. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you get ones, especially new Screws.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. I'll take your radio off you. Especially with Bob. Because I feel like because Bob's Britain's most one of them most dangerous. Not Charlie. Bob and Charlie didn't get on. Bob and Charlie do not get on at all. No. They're always in places together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kept together. Aye. Arguing. But what was I going there? What was I talking about there? I'm on a drink.
You talked about him, right? So, like, he's classed as one of the most dangerous.
I was just saying, Bob must be one of the. Well, he is one of the, not the only one, but not Charlie Bronson. Charlie wouldn't come in the top 100 most dangerous inmates, man. I'm telling you.
No.
Not the top 100, but Bob would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bob must be in the top 10 most dangerous inmates, mustn't he?
Yeah.
Remember, he's 6'5" as well. And he's already killed a few. So, he's got to come in the top 10 amongst, because there's some naughty, dangerous people in there, man.
Has he still got any family or?
And now they've got all them. His brother visits him nowadays, apparently. And now they've got all them Muslims in there who were like firmed up. Do you know what I mean? And then loads of other lifers are just jumping on their firm against the screw system, against the system. This is why they're joining the Muslims.
Yeah.
Because they're all against the system. Anyway, because of the conditions you're getting kept in. And that's why they're joining the Muslims, because they're seeing a big firm of Muslims standing up against the fucking screws. That's the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
And the Muslims have got nothing to lose if they never get out, because most of them are doing life sentences, aren't they? Where they're never getting out.
Yeah.
For bombings and all that.
Oh, I wish Bob could see now, because everyone's pressing one for him in the chat, and they're all saying like about. Do you know what I mean? They're all like, someone said like press one for Bob in the chat, and people are all pressing and saying like sending love to him basically. Do you know what I mean? So
should all drop my line. I'll get his number. I've got a letter just on that shelf there, but it's dark. I'll have to dig it out.
Imagine him getting like called for letters and he gets a load like that.
No, they get where that's especially when he's on hunger strike. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, because it might snap him out of it, might it?
So we'll do it. That's what we'll do. I'll get that. I'll sort it out in the morning. Now the next couple of days, we'll do something.
Yeah, and all of us, and even the people in the chat, just all if we send them a card or even just a lovely message.
That's right. That's right. Keep your chin up. Blah blah blah. Have a good word with him.
Yeah, and
tell
just
him not to be silly.
Got a load like that, and just to lift him up.
Yeah, it would. It would.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a marvellous idea.
What I've done, I've never wrote him for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Because of all the shit I've got on. That's the only reason. I got a letter last off him, and I haven't ended up replying to it. Because I wasn't corresponding to him. But what I've done since then, at every opportunity, I've let the public know the truth of him, he's not Hannibal the cannibal. He's actually a decent fella in our room. And I've promoted that side of him since then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, because that's what he needed. Because before that, everybody looked at him as Hannibal the fucking cannibal who ate one of his murder victims' brains with a spoon.
Yeah.
That's been the thing for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to change it. I tell you, Wes, tell the truth. That screw who's got a podcast, I don't know his name. I sometimes watch him.
The real
Seems all
boy.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get out screws that are all right, man. Who didn't change their working class roots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the inmates, I mean, because they must not have villains outside us or something or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're all right with you. There's loads of schools like that.
Yeah. And I think we should all send him proper letters, not the email prisoner things, like proper mail, just so it can all come through and just
Whatever.
imagine letters going in every day. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it, for him? And
Man, you can get email one. Apparently, you can just email one, but I don't know how you pay for them, the credit card or something.
Yeah, but I think then they've got to get them off the. I think the
screw.
Yeah, but I think sometimes proper letters might be better with
No,
a
it's
card.
better with a card or something. That's right.
Yeah, like a card and that. So there's loads saying they're going to write to him. So this is absolutely amazing. I think we could lift Bob's spirits here and do something lovely. Yeah.
Right. I'll make sure I dig that letter out in the morning.
Yeah.
I've got a few letters kicking the boot, but I've got one just on that shelf.
And if the people who write to him could say like, we're watching a like a thing with Paddy and he
treat, say what you want, just perk him up.
Yeah, talking about how much he liked
well,
you.
Well, everyone knows you're a good fella.
Yeah.
Blah 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 things here.
Yeah.
Just the truth.
Yeah. Amazing.
Just the truth.
Yeah. And we could even organise a peaceful process for Bob in the future.
you never. He's 6'5" as well, you know. He's a big cunt.
Yeah. Oh.
So they look at him as dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, bless him. Somebody's asking if he's on hunger strike. Will he be refusing water?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I've just know he's on hunger strike.
Oh, bless him.
I've not heard now. There was a couple of weeks ago that said he was on hunger strike. The newspapers, didn't they?
Don't we all email the governor and ask him to give his PlayStation back?
Yeah, we could do that as well.
We'll do that. I just say we think it's like
give Bob Mosley's fucking give him his PlayStation and something else. Look up the newspaper article. It'll tell you. It tells you in the papers what they took off him.
Right, then we've got another mission on then, people, haven't we? So that
and they took him off him just because he's been grumpy.
Yeah.
They've had him with his cell. See, Bob's used to a routine.
Yeah.
For years, the same routine every day, and then all of a sudden, because the prisons went down on a lockdown, they're looking for a gun.
Yeah.
They've dragged him out of his cell and hide him in another fucking cell. And how can Bob, if any place where they didn't need to search, is Bob Mosley's fucking cell because nobody can get near him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? But someone said there's a gun in the prison, so they need to search the whole prison.
Yeah.
This has made him grumpy.
Yeah, of course.
When they've ended up putting him back in his cell, he's had a grump at one of the screws. And because he's had a grump at one of them, he's went, right, cheeky cunt. Didn't grump at us. And it took his fucking only piece of mind.
Only bit of life or whatever.
The only thing he's got to do during the day is, that side of it, I mean. That side of it. And the torturing him, really. So he's went on hunger strike.
He's going through enough, isn't he?
That's right.
Yeah. He needs to change his mind, and now he's got loads of time to think now, hasn't he, of stuff, and it's awful. Like stuff he's been through when he's younger and different things like that. It's awful, really. It's traumatising.
I'll sort out a letter out in the morning.
Yeah.
With Bob's number. But it might be online somewhere, his number. He's in Wakefield. but I've got his number there.
Yeah, and I just think even when he gets letters through on different days, I just think it'll lift his spirits, won't it? And different things like that. Because then he maybe
Yeah,
want to
no,
write
it'll do
back to
fucking great.
people and
It'll do
stuff.
fucking great, especially at the
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Might get
Well,
him off his
he's
hunger
getting on
strike.
now, isn't Paddy? Is he getting on a
The
bit
what?
now? Is he getting on in age now as well?
Well, he's older than me. He must be about 70.
Yeah, so like, well, let's give him
But
some like
you different age in jail, you know.
no, but let's give him some happiness. Do you know what I mean? At the end of his life, he's been through a lot of sadness, hasn't he? So if we
Yeah,
get
well, he did his whole life took off him, even when he was really young.
I know.
His abuse started.
Yeah.
So he's never had any life since
No.
he doesn't, for my money,
Yeah.
doesn't even know what a life is.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I'm over the moon.
Through child abusers.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm over the moon.
I think even the church were involved, if my memory's right. And his parents were.
No.
He had no life at all, man. Terrible childhood.
Yeah.
So much so, he was a drug addict and male prostitute when he was 15, I think.
Oh,
And when he murdered this hunter, he was 17, I think. But he was a heroin addict at 15 and a male prostitute.
yeah.
Because all the abuse he'd been through since a child.
Yeah.
And he's ended up in jail, day in life. Probably thinking, I'm never getting out, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
because some people do think that. Times have changed now, you know, they do get out now. Since all the European rules come in and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Word.
Bob's never getting out now. He's killed too many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
For all nonsense he killed.
Yeah.
You know else confirmed that? That's what I was going to say. That Screw made a video just about a month ago about Bob saying the same. It wasn't a spoon. It was a pencil, I think. The only nonsense he's killed.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the Screws watch my fucking
Probably,
podcast.
Paddy.
Or he's just telling the truth because he knows, because it is the truth.
Yeah.
But he was saying the same. It's being a note for Bob, to be honest. That's the first time I've heard it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was great. For Bob. Instead of him having this fucking terrible cannibal reputation.
I know.
Throughout the country, through the media.
Yeah. But I think like even if we write to him and he knows that people are thinking about him, that's gonna mean a lot as well, isn't it? It's gonna and then it'll even if they haven't got given me stuff back yet, it'll be something from a folk song, so you might want to write back to people and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like getting his head on something, innit? Can we send him some? Can you still send stamps?
I'm not sure what you can do nowadays, to be honest. I think so. I think you've got to send a stamped addressed envelope if you want to reply.
Yeah.
In with your letter. So that he's already got the stamped addressed envelope to reply. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was the rule. I think that's the rules.
Marie's saying your mind is a funny thing, so let's make Bob feel better. Cards letters and see if we can get his things back. So that'll be amazing.
Right, you're right. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially at the minute we've been on hunger strike.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt.
Bob's life story would be a good book.
Yeah. Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
would it not?
Amazing.
But that's what I was talking about. If anyone's one of most Britain's dangerous prisoners, it's been fucking Bob. I don't know about now he's 70. But he's got to be classed as one of the, and there's others in there who had it as well. It's not just Bob, but not anyone who's murdered like Bob. But there's people just as fucking dangerous with a knife and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, aye, vicious. Some of them, because they're never getting out anyway, man.
Yeah. Good idea, David. Send him a postal order. That's a really good idea. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but Bob's life story, his own life story, I mean, would be great book because Like I say, he must be one of Britain's most dangerous prisoners, well above Charlie fucking Bronson.
Yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I mean? Charlie's never fucking even stabbed anyone, never mind killed anyone in prison.
And how
So
and
because of the screws and the teachers, well, that's why they've got him labelled Britain's
yeah,
most dangerous.
but I mean,
Because of them, because they're scared of him, not the inmates.
and it shows you like even the trauma he went through back then. There's not the help that there would have been now, and then he's been in there, and then it's different things, and then being around them people and things being brought back to you and different things like that. It's terrible, isn't it? His life, really.
Who's
Just no
that?
life, like you said. Bob's life is no life, is
Bob's.
it? Not one bit of good life. So if we can make his last years in there happy, sending him letters, let's do it. Nick, what's the debate in a letter take out of your life? Nothing, is it?
With Charlie, I didn't bum into Charlie. He wrote to us. Everybody knows everybody in the system anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wrote to us and whatnot. But they done a 1-for-1 with me and him. That means they used to use a special van when they moved the double category prisoner, you know what I mean? Back in them days with a cell in the back of the van instead of fucking minibuses and whatnot. And they used to move the most dangerous prisoners in them conditions as well. So they used to do, if they took one prisoner from one prison, they
Yeah.
always made sure that if they'd move another one while had vehicles there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they swapped me with Charlie at Full Sutton,
Yeah.
done a 1-for-1, got me off the van to put him on. I was coming, he was gunning.
Yeah.
But then they put me on the lifers wing where Charlie had come off. I think they had Charlie on the lifers wing then.
Yeah.
Because it was a little lifer called Scully, a little gear.
Yeah.
I sat and spoke to little Scully.
Yeah.
Well, Scully was the one who made the allegations against Charlie before the sexual allegations before he went down the block.
Yeah.
Says Charlie claimed Charlie had raped him on the wing. I spoke to little Scully with the whole thing. He told me the whole story.
Yeah.
I was on that lifers wing.
Bloody
So I'm
hell.
presuming it happened on the lifers wing. The allegations, I mean. I'm not saying it true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Scully was just a little, a proper little girly gear
Yeah.
in prison day in life, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Tuck and Plantain. He lives in Wakefield, 2 minutes walk from the prison. I'd visit him if they'd let us.
They wouldn't even let me visit him. I've still got the thing where they knocked us back from I applied to visit Bob. But they wouldn't, me and Bull, they wouldn't let me because you need to get permission off the Home Office.
Yeah.
You got to be stored half clean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Bless him. I don't know. Yeah. So that's a good idea. I think we've had a nice idea tonight, haven't we?
It'd be something positive for the channel to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially now while he's on the hunger strike, see if we can get him to come off it.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
Aye.
Yeah.
If everybody gives him a nice message.
Yeah, and he'd be over the moon.
And right to the fucking governor.
Yeah, right, the
of the
governor.
prison.
Yeah.
Telling him he hasn't got any life anyway. He's been in a fucking cage for fucking 30 fucking year.
And he's had no life.
Give me his piece of mind back. His fucking PlayStation. What's the matter with us?
Yeah.
Now if we get something like that going.
Yeah, true. That'd be brilliant. Wouldn't it?
Be great. Be fucking great.
Yeah, it would.
Because that's all he's after. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
But see someone like him who's got no life. He'll stick to his guns. He'll stick to his guns if they didn't give him a back.
Yeah.
Because it's all he's got. He's got no life anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, let's get it done.
Even though he's in jail, he's kept under the fucking strictest conditions. above everybody else.
When I seen him in that, he was in some article, some newspaper, and it showed you him when he was younger, and he was like sat there, and I thought I don't know what it was. I just thought, then bless him. Do you know what I mean? Because
Aye.
it's terrible, isn't it? And then especially when you started saying what he'd been through and stuff like that, it's just horrendous, isn't it?
He's got a heart of gold.
Oh,
I find when you get to know people over the years,
yeah,
you find out who's all right and really all right you do, especially in
yeah,
jail you do. And I
yeah.
always found Bob Maudsley one of the best people I come across for
Oh,
morals and ethics, that side of him, even though he's killed
yeah,
all these fucking nonsense and whatnot. So
yeah,
you come across a lovely, lovely fella that way, moral wise.
yeah.
But
Oh,
having to live with all the stigma and
mm,
everything of it, that's right.
yeah, and
Some younger inmates, odd ones, have taunted him. Nan,
yeah,
he's kept under them conditions, and they never have to ever face him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Through the
yeah.
window, odd ones.
Oh,
Um, but it just the media, what the media say about him, shit.
yeah, mhm, yeah. Oh, I'm happy we're going to do this.
But that screw watched his video just about a month ago,
Yeah,
where he even says that what he did, what he wasn't eating the brains, it was what I've said.
yeah,
The how many fucking nonsense anyway. Even the screw basically says the how many nonsense on the video.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I will. Eh. Well, I think that's lovely what's come out of this tonight. Get Bob off hunger strike. Definitely.
That's me phone.
Without a doubt.
I'll be way in a sec. There's a cat shooting. That's what I
Oh,
was going to talk about. See that
yeah,
machete?
yeah,
What he's charged with?
yeah,
Definitely for sure. They're gonna use a video from the first attack where he come running out with the same machete.
yeah,
There's part of evidence against him in court,
yeah,
and they're gonna say, because they say what they want, you know. When you're getting charged, you've got to prove otherwise.
yeah,
That's the sly cunts, and they'll be saying, they will be saying, you know, when he went to that house in Dalton, when he's on video.
yeah,
See, when he had someone in his car with him, didn't he?
yeah,
On video, getting out the car and went and stashed something and hit it on the back of the pickup, didn't he?
yeah,
On video, and you can see what they're doing, can't you? You
yeah,
can bet your life, the cops are gonna say that's his machete. They just say it anyway. They
yeah,
just say it anyway to make it part of the case, right? Just to make it part of the case, and then he's got to prove otherwise, right?
yeah,
Because there he is. Yes, that kid did get out of his car, and what is he hiding in the pickup? And
I
why are
know.
you at the house? They're gonna say, I don't know what went on at that house that day or who they're about.
Yeah,
But they might even say that that's part of, this is his gang war. This is why he's been to somebody's house with his machete. And this is why he's getting attacked. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
listen, they're definitely going to say this because they're not going to allow him just to say, oh, I'm just an innocent cafe owner and my house is getting attacked. Is he?
yeah.
They're not going to allow that, man.
No,
They're going to say he's had a gang war fucking running. And what I'm saying is they're going to use that video as part of it, the case.
yeah,
And they will be saying that's a machete getting hit on the back of that pickup. Even though it mightn't be,
yeah,
they'll say this. And they'll say this. And then it's up for him to prove that it's not to the
yeah,
jury. To the jury. And
yeah,
what will the jury think? What will the jury think?
yeah,
They'll think, well, if it's
yeah,
not machete, it's a fucking gun or something in it.
yeah,
Well, regardless, they're gonna think it's a weapon, just the way
mhm,
they got on with it. So it's not gonna do him any favours, and that's why the busies will say that's that machete, or they suspect that's that machete, just to
Amazing.
introduce that evidence into the case
Yeah.
against them, for sure.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Stay there a minute, Paddy. I just go and get me spray thing. Hold on. Bobby? 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 That's my spray. Where is it? Try me handbag or somewhere.
Class A drugs fuck this country up.
Yeah.
Cocaine, pills, all that side of it. Not weed, because weed's got a different effect on people.
Yeah.
Even young'uns who smoke weed, it's got a different effect on them than what the other drugs do. Because weed takes you in your brain, takes you and makes you think about things more.
Mm-hmm.
And where cocaine and speed and other pills,
Mm-hmm.
drugs take you out
Yeah.
away from all that, where you're not thinking fucking straight at, you think you are, but you're not thinking straight at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
complete two
Yeah.
different. Where
Yeah.
I find a bit weed keeps kids out of trouble
Yeah.
because it'll make them think
I know.
twice about getting into trouble. That's right.
Yeah. And you get to, and it's not like so it can make you lazy, can it, as well? Make the kids
But
a bit.
it's the other drugs that fuck the country up, because before the other drugs come on the scene, and our drugs has always been around, gone back fucking 50, 60, 70 years, but in a big way they've took off nowadays, since the
Yeah.
late 70s, 80s. But prior to that, even the young'uns, what did the young'uns, what was the only drug around for them? What was the only drug around for them? Drink.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody socialised, and there was why so many pubs and clubs and social clubs, and wasn't it?
Yeah.
All over the place, because that was
Yeah.
the drug. But everybody was only drug around, really,
Yeah.
basically, wasn't it? And you were allowed to take it. And it was a
Yeah.
different life. It was a different life when everybody drank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
So
because it made you socialise as well.
yeah.
It was a lovely way of life, I found.
Yeah.
And everybody enjoyed it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Socialising, having a drink, that was your drink. But
Yeah.
nowadays, all the other drugs has spoiled all that. And even the bar way of life and clubs, it's all changed, isn't it?
Yeah. It has. It has.
Um, I find.
Yeah.
But when drink was the only drug around, um, life was good for everybody, much
Yeah.
better.
Mm. I can't vote for.
But you just look forward to getting out for the drink, because that's all it was really there for you. That's all you thought about. Getting in the
Yeah.
pub or the club. Aye, man, that was a much better way of life.
Yeah.
The more local club.
Yeah.
Jackie Paxton, the steward of the old hall, we are pigeon lads, us. So
Yeah.
the old hall was a pigeon club.
Yeah.
Um, Jackie Paxton and the club steward used to keep a of pint of what the fuck, pint of fucking oh, you know, I'm forgetting his fucking name. Black Dark. I'm forgetting the fucking name. Pint of Scotch.
Yeah.
McEwen Scotch.
Yeah.
He kept that pint of Scotch so fucking, like, you know, different
Yeah.
managers in clubs. He kept that pint of Scotch fucking perfect. And I used to
Yeah.
find myself, even when I was about 19, running to get to the club and be the
Yeah.
first there to get in,
Yeah.
to get a pint. Aye, man, running to get a
Yeah.
pint of Jackie Paxton Scotch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a pint of run, do you know what I mean? And when the beers are kept properly, they do that
Yeah.
to you. You
Yeah.
know, like, they can do
Yeah.
smooth and the taste for it and got the
Yeah.
gas for it, and the drink does that to you.
Yeah. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. You're right. You're spot on.
The only ever time I've ever run for something was when I was in the Spanish prison.
Yeah.
In Madrid.
Yeah.
They had coffee shops on the yard because they used to just hire you on the yard all day.
Yeah.
Other than siesta, when the sun's right above you, they took you in for an hour or two.
Yeah.
And then they hired you back out on the yard all fucking day till night time.
Bloody hell.
But on the yard, they've got shops and that. Do you know what I mean? And coffee shop and the bars and.
Yeah.
Because there's like 700 people on that yard on your wing. There's 700, so 700 of you is on the yard.
Yeah.
It's like a small fucking village.
Yeah.
Minded me of the American films doing Mexico or somewhere where different gangs.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it reminded me of. They
Bloody
used to fight with knives. I used to remember sitting there drinking my coffee, man, watching them fight with knives and that.
Did you?
Wild.
Freaking
I ended
hell.
up teaming. I could tell some stories if I get into them. I palled up with a Moroccan called
Yeah.
Mohammed. He was rough.
Yeah.
With a knife. He used to come and get me, take him with him when he had trouble with people, but he'd have his fucking knife straight out when we got there.
Yeah.
He did, but everybody shit themselves.
Yeah.
Rough in the Spanish prisons, they've all got AIDS. They're all druggies.
Fucking
Fucking rough as fuck, man.
it is.
In that prison, they'd done a blood test on 50% of the prison. They were blood testing the whole prison to see how many people had AIDS.
Yeah. Freaking hell.
So far, they'd blood tested half the prison.
Yeah.
And 48% of the ones that they'd blood tested so far were HIV positive.
Freaking hell.
That's really high. So half the fucking prison had AIDS. All junkies with needles and that. The Spanish gypsy type people. But in the nick I was in, it was an extradition nick, so you also had South Americans, Italians, fucking Germans, fucking from all over the world, man.
Yeah.
Met some good people in there.
Yeah.
I met an Italian I got become friends with, proper mafia.
Yeah.
See them Italians, they're just proper old school.
Yeah.
Oh, I find anyway.
Yeah.
A mafia yank, big cunt.
Yeah.
Ended up having it with him. Because I'd had shite at first, hadn't I? Well, the rape at fucking malarkey. I'll have to tell a story sometime.
Yeah.
What a fucking time.
Bet it was.
I got on top of the job eventually.
Yeah.
Where I was lying sunbathing on Alexa. I might have had a big pair of leather gloves.
Yeah.
But I got on top of the job where I was lying sunbathing on that exercise fucking yard with them 700 fucking inmates. There's only 4 screws.
Yeah.
To look after the 700. It's just like a village. You've got to look after yourself.
Yeah.
But I ended up sunbathing.
Yeah.
On that yard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let them fucking all of them I had, all at that stage, I'd let them all fucking not to fucking with me.
Yeah.
There were a few incidents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toughest nonce you've ever come across anyway. But see the Spanish in that. But I had trouble with South Americans as well.
Yeah.
All drug smugglers, gangs of them, and they're all waiting for extradition back to wherever.
Yeah.
This is in Madrid, where they send you for extradition. We're from all over the world in this prison, but mainly Spanish. You know what I mean? But
yeah. I bet that'll be an amazing story. Other
than that, I got on top of the job eventually, man. I was like I was saying, I was sunbathing eventually. Lying there, they knew not to fuck with. I got that big American on board. He was about 6'8" or something. Big killer.
Yeah.
who just fucking terrified you just looking at him.
Yeah.
I got him on board. After he'd seen us fighting a couple of times, he called, "Hey, you boy, what's the matter with you? What's going on?"
Yeah.
So he just approached me. So I let him
Yeah.
know what was
Yeah.
going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he teamed up with us.
Oh.
But I had an Italian kid and all.
Yeah.
Proper. I met some good people out, and a Scotch kid, Scotch Jerry.
Yeah.
I forget his second name, Jerry. He was in for killing somebody over there and putting them doing a well. Glaswegian. With a funny eye. He was funny, Jerry.
Was he?
Aye. We'd met him before. We'd met him. Someone had pulled us doing in Spain and said the Scotch firm along there owe us some money. They wanted us pub. Well, he got in and talked to them for us. So we
Yeah.
went in to see them. And it was
Yeah.
this Jerry as it happens.
Yeah.
This is before I got nicked over there.
Yeah.
And at some point later, I get nicked him now, like a month, two later. And
Yeah.
then he ended up getting nicked. Jerry ended up getting nicked. And we ended up becoming good friends when we were in the prison. He's a funny cunt. I'll get his name. He's well known in Glasgow. He's dead now, apparently.
Oh.
But he was in for killing somebody and chopping them up, putting them doing a well.
Yeah.
Just like Humboldt.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where he'll end up in a well.
So I met some good people in the foreign prisons too, as well, amongst me travels, you know.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. I think it's amazing. Sorry, we should do a live on it one night on your Spain.
I think I'm still traumatised from the cunt. That's why I didn't end up. Well, only when I get a drink do I talk about it. And I think about that. I think it's because you mustn't like talking about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I must. Then I think to myself as well, why is that? And I think because I must still be fucking traumatised from the cunt.
Hey, I know.
To myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking right, Paddy.
Well, I was innocent all along. I've proven that by lie test.
Yeah.
And it fucking hell, man. What they put us through. And then when they got us back, after they had the arm out for us, they've double carried us all them years. Innocent.
Hey,
I've had to take a lie detector test at the beginning of the sentence. I've got the newspaper article there. They wouldn't allow us.
Yeah.
Just to make people listen to us, even though they're not allowed in court, but it makes people stand up and listen to you then.
Yeah, yeah.
Aye. That's it. Now I've had to take a truth drug test. I've still got the newspaper article.
Hey, Paddy.
And they wouldn't let us.
Fucking hell.
See, because I knew, even if you're innocent, we've got you in for the murders, really, Conroy.
Yeah. Hey.
And that's what was going on. And that's why I had to put everything that went on, even nonsense off in Spain, was all to do with them fucking murders and what was going doing with intelligence. Because when they've got you doing as a murderer, they've got if you've got you doing as a murderer, high level intelligence. There's no boundaries.
Yeah.
And breaking the rules to get you. Fucking what?
Fucking
I've lived it.
Terrible, isn't it? Absolutely terrible.
But as far as they're concerned, they before the day of the year, they've got to be convinced that you are a killer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the D little tricks on you to find out for sure, like what they've done to Shady Bulger with the lie detector test. They've got him to take 2 lie detector tests for shite, which he jumped at the chance to do.
Yeah.
And then they hit him with Liv's murder.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He fucking disappeared. And he's never been seen since.
Yeah. You're spot on.
So these people who pull these strokes on you then are convinced, right, now we know you're involved too. Glover's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
He could probably, because he's just a second car driver after the murder, according to Glover.
Yeah.
So Glovers must have told the truth, mustn't he? If he and Lee Watson says
Yeah.
what he has to say about the Viv's murder, they turned up at the pub after they shot him. Tell Lee they'd shot him.
Freaking hell. It's
He man had the case, man, but they were dealing with Friday night's murder first.
Yeah.
Because that's the one they've got Lee Watson on, Friday nights. And then the cops went and done what they done on Friday night's murder. So then scuppered Lee Watson's evidence on the other murders, didn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
So there's loads of evidence that they done Viv, that they killed Viv. Loads of evidence.
Yeah.
Even when they got nicked, when Nigel was putting a demand on, I've got the tape recordings. Got the tapes somewhere. I have. When Nigel was they were shaking, doing a local haulage block.
Yeah.
It was well known to everybody, and everybody knows him.
Yeah.
Over the years, everybody, especially now what it was like back in them days.
Yeah.
So Nigel knows him well.
Yeah.
So the Winter Hill gangs, Nigel's part of the Winter Hill gang. So the Winter Hill gang's shaking the businessman doing. So they use Nigel to talk to him because Nigel knows him personally.
Yeah.
So Nigel's talking to him and phoning him up and telling him, listen, man, just give him the money. And I should have heard the phone calls, man. I've got the phone calls. But Nigel says to the businessman on the phone, you know they killed Viv, man. Just give him the money. You know they killed Kicker. Blah, blah, blah. This was getting tape recorded off outside cops.
Hey, my word.
When this was going on.
Hey, my word. Do you know what?
I've got the tape recordings of them. So there's more than just Lee's evidence, you know what I mean? But Nigel's deed now. That asked Nigel to overdose Hunter. If you know the story. After the murder, Hunter's the one that met John in the Peterborough car park with Dixon.
Yeah.
Because Dixon's got the car with Hunter, and Hunter's following them with the car. They've went to Shields, and the car's running out of petrol. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dixon had to rung John. I've got no money. So after the Freddie's murder, anyway, it's a story, guns, and it'll be right.
Yeah.
They asked Nigel to overdose Hunter.
Wow.
Then apparently when Hunter's in Nigel's house, they've got Nigel's house bugged, and somehow they knew what was going on. And when Hunter's went to the house, the police have crashed the house when Hunter's there and dragged him out.
Yeah.
Nigel said he wasn't going to do it anyway. Apparently he admitted it, they'd asked him, but he wasn't going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Hunter's just a little junkie.
Yeah.
They were just getting rid of it. They were just getting rid of a weak link there in Friday night's murder.
Right.
But the cops crashed the house and dragged Hunter out of Nigel's.
Yeah.
Nigel's dead now.
Hey, my word.
But Lee Watson says in his Supergrass statement, when he was in the pub, they were in the pub on the afternoon. This is the Old Arms. This is where Nigel was living and whatnot. They were all dealing the heroin from the Old Arms. For the Winter Hill gang. They're the main ones behind it, but they're all involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Dina from there. In the book, Shady's book, when he says he was coming out of a Old Arms pub or coming out of a pub and somebody who was with him pulled a gun out and stuck it in somebody's head.
Right.
That did happen. That was Lee Watson pulled a gun out and stuck it in Robert Smith's head. When Shady was there, he mentions it in the book. He admits it's Shady, but what that was to do with I've told them need more heroin.
Yeah.
And then they were moving everything into Lee Watson's hands and the heroin. They tell me they're not doing it. And they were getting rid of everybody who was working with them at that point. And they were handing everything over. They were putting Lee Watson in charge of it instead. And that's what was going on when he stuck a gun in his head.
Yeah.
But it was because of what went on in my sitting room. They're telling me, they've agreed to me that, you know what I mean? But they're just blagging us.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And that's what happened after that. That was the deal with the heroin. But he says, Watson says, about after Viv's murder, they've come back to the pub and said, right, quick, change clothes with us.
Yeah.
We've just shot Viv.
My word.
This is in his Supergrass statement, man. We've just shot Viv. Changed clothes with him. So he says he's changed clothes just with one of them, wanted a clothes change, the one that Glover's saying he'd done it with. Shitey's younger brother. The one that Glover says shot him. He's the only one that wanted his clothes changed. So Watson says he's changed clothes with him, give him his clothes he did.
Yeah.
But he says, and then they wanted a gun in the bar to alibi themselves. So they went in the bar and shouted, Lee, order a taxi. He says, but that was just done to let everybody know they're in and this is the time we're in, and you know what I mean? Alibi themselves. And then they got a taxi and fucked off. This is not long after the murder. They haven't stayed long.
Yeah.
They're getting away because they've shot Viv.
Okay.
But they didn't know he's dead yet. Notice Glover. None of them knew. They just knew they've shot him. For sure. All the evidence points that way, even more Glover. Glover got a phone call at the old club telling them Viv was dead. And now everything that happened and what Glover was like after the phone call, I'll tell the story someday.
Yeah.
But Lee says they fucked off. This is in his Supergrass statement. It's online somewhere. He says, and they come back later on that night, 11:30 or something. They've got 3 ounces of coke.
Yeah.
And the story's changed now. Lee doesn't say the story's changed. He just says, oh, well, it wasn't us who shot him. Because he's dead now, and the eyes dead. And they've told Lee that they've shot him, you know what I mean? So they're now gone back to change the story.
Yeah.
So they went, well, it wasn't us who shot him. They said it was John Paul who shot him.
Yeah.
And that's where the rumour come from, that John Paul had shot him. There's a kid called John Paul who's always been rumoured. One of the rumours of shot him. That's where that rumour come from. But that was because they knew now Viv's dead. And they've told Lee that they fucking shot him. Do you know what I mean? They better change it. And they went back that night with coke and partied, but changed the story. It wasn't actually us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just moved the goalposts a bit then when they knew Viv was dead with Lee. So at least tell the cops exactly what was said. As well as Friday night's murder. But obviously, they had to deal with Friday night's murder first.
Yeah.
Didn't it? Because that's the one they've been caught doing. That's the one Lee's admitted. That's the one he's went Supergrass on. They've got to deal with that murder first. So when they're on trial for Freddy's murder, Ben Cops went and done that. Because they were getting charged with Viv's murder straight after Freddy's murder.
My word.
Then Ben Cops hadn't done that. And remember, Lee Watson's also put them in for Kicker's murder. That's why the Ben Cops really jumped. Really jumped. You know what I mean? Kicker's murder. Lee's put them in for the Kicker's murder. I don't know what he's went and said about that. But he's went and said they've done it.
Yeah.
I put the newspaper article where he's went Supergrass and it mentions he's put them in for Kicker's murder and Viv's murder too. So, and Freddy's murder. And these are all murders they're blaming me for, you know.
Yeah.
a coincidence. It's all murders are blaming me for.
Yeah. Fucking
2
hell.
in court, 1 on the streets, 2 in court.
Fuck.
So,
It's fucking terrible.
they're blaming me for all these murders. Or they're blaming me for Michael Stone's murder and what's went on there. Are they? Because I think they are. Because Mickey Burke's nicked over it. He got nicked over it, didn't he? And I'm getting the story with Mickey Burke. I said, what are we doing with him? He says he was doing a deal with them for them.
Hey, man.
So,
Hey, Paddy.
but, you know, and then I've ended up going to the same pub with a 5k a crack.
Yeah.
So if they've got Mickey Burke on camera at that pub, they've got me on fucking camera at that pub
Hey,
as well. So it's just suspicious anyway, isn't it? When you know what they've done with...
Yeah.
To me it is anyway.
Yeah.
I just think they're blaming me for all the murders.
Fucking not right,
I think they might even... That's why they've had me meet Don. Got me on camera meeting Don. Police intelligence, for sure. In a similar way. I sometimes wonder, are they been going to blame me for all the murders if they ever got caught with that ticket they had on my head? Because if they did, if they ever caught Don for all the murders, he could just say, oh, well, I've done them for Conroy, you know, under that thing where, oh, that's right, aye.
Yeah.
And then just stick me in, because that's what I think they were going to do with the Sunderland Post Office robbery, you know.
Yeah.
If they got nicked on it, just say, we've just done it for Conroy.
Yeah.
But they didn't change the story because of the netty.
Well, yeah.
Right. We've been on 2 hours. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm drunk and stood. And I'll catch up with you. Listen, I'll give us a ring in the morning and I'll sort that Bob's prison number out. And we'll get that done for him, right?
Yeah, definitely. It'd be
I'll see you
lovely
in the
that.
morning.
Well, all right,
Take care.
Paddy. Speak to you soon. Night, God bless.
I'll get off here.
Right, hold on. Yeah, I think Paddy's off. Yeah, so tomorrow, thanks Paddy, yeah, it's absolutely great. And tomorrow, as soon as I get the phone call from the kid in the jail, I'll be telling the full story on Cumbrian Liar. And I'll have a little night talking about the rest of them as well. So thank you all for coming in, and thank you all the ones that are going to help us with he's got his name on my head now. Bob. Yeah, there's wolves in here now. Come on in. Come on, tell us hello. Tell us hello. Come on in. Come on. Tell us hello. Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello, little boy? The big boy, aren't you? You want to say hello? You want to say hello? Thank you, Ariel. Thank you. Come on in. Come on, say hello, properly. Come on, say hello. Come on, say hello. Come on in. Come on in. Up. 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 Come on in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Are you hot? Right, thank you, everybody. Like, God bless to you all. Thank you. Definitely, Shaggy. Definitely. Without a doubt.